Good evening, America. My name is Dr. Sharon Rose Nyoni, and I'm the Acting Surgeon General of the United States of America. Today, I come to you from my home to bring you the most up-to-date information that we have on the COVID-19 pandemic. On December 31st, 2019, China reported a cluster of cases of pneumonia in people associated with the Huanhong seafood wholesale market in Wuhan, a province in China. On January 7th, Chinese health authorities confirmed that the cluster of identified cases were associated with a novel coronavirus, which they initially named 2019 novel coronavirus. Cases were initially thought to be associated with exposure to the seafood market. However, this theory was debunked on January 20th, when a total of 9,976 cases were reported in at least 21 countries. Many of these cases had no direct link to the seafood market. The United States also reported its first laboratory-confirmed case on January 20th. And by January 30th, the outbreak was deemed a public health emergency of international concern. By April 24th, over 2.7 million cases had been reported. Over 194,000 deaths across 185 countries had also been reported. By now, I'm sure most of you have heard of COVID-19 and SARS-CoV-2, oftentimes interchangeably utilized. But what is the difference? So COVID-19, or coronavirus 2019, refers to the disease. This is the disease that individuals attain or show once infected by SARS-CoV-2, known as severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. Again, COVID-19 or coronavirus 2019 refers to the disease. The disease is caused by a virus known as SARS-CoV-2 or severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. Going back to biology class a little bit, this virus is a single-stranded RNA virus, which means it cannot replicate outside of a host. Something that makes it unique is its envelope. In this picture, it's depicted by that grayish tone. This enables the virus to survive in harsh environments, including your acidic gut or intestines. Something else that makes this virus unique is its spike, or S protein. The image depicts it with those red projections. This spike protein binds to the human ACE2, also known as angiotensin converting enzyme 2. This bond allows for the virus to enter into the human body or the human cell. Unfortunately, ACE2 is found throughout the body. And when the virus enters the body, a large inflammatory response occurs, leading to symptoms such as fever, cough, shortness of breath. At this point in time, we believe that it is this inflammatory response, not the virus itself, that's responsible for deaths. This image just depicts how the virus enters into the bat, and from the bat enters the human. For the SARS-CoV-2, this pathway seems to flow through the animal called the pendulum. Something similar occurred in 2012, the MERS. through the camel, and as well as in 2002 with SARS through the civet cat. On to today, June 5th, 2020. Over 6.75 million cases have been reported, leading to nearly 400,000 deaths across over 200 countries. This image here just depicts how devastating and how expansive this pandemic is. Now, what you, the American people, should know. SARS-CoV-2 is highly contagious. It's estimated that one infected person is able to spread it to about 2 or 3 other individuals, leading to its exponential growth and the trajectory that we've seen across the world. It's predominantly spread by respiratory droplets, which can travel 3 to 6 feet, survive on inanimate objects such as a desk, light fixtures, handles, chairs, for up to 24 hours, and remain airborne for up to 3. At this time, there is no definitive treatment. So our best bet is to prevent the disease from occurring. This can be achieved by practicing social distancing, staying at least 6 feet away, keeping in mind how far those respiratory droplets can travel. Practicing good hygiene. This means washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, singing the happy birthday song while you wash your hands, if you have to. Staying away from crowded areas, including large parties, social gatherings, including religious gatherings, and sporting events. It's also important to know that at this time, there's no available vaccine. If you test positive with symptoms, we ask that you self-isolate for at least 10 days from the time of symptom onset. You must also be fever-free for at least 24 hours with improvement of other symptoms. If you do not display any symptoms, we still ask that you self-isolate for at least 10 days. This is because of the associated asymptomatic carrier. This is the individual who has the disease but does not display symptoms, who could continue to spread the virus. Again, at this time, we have no definitive treatment. And our treatments currently are just symptom control. Taking Tylenol if you have a fever, and boosting your own immune system with vitamin C, zinc, vitamin D, ginger, turmeric, and following just the recommendations of your own primary care physician, your local health department, as well as the CDC, NIH, and WHO. The individuals most at risk are those with underlying disease, such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, immunosuppression, and lung disease. These individuals have shown the highest mortality rate from SARS-CoV-2 as well. If you'd like more information, feel free to visit any of these sites, as well as obtaining information from your primary care physician, the WHO, the NIH, and your local state health department. Thank you for your time, America. And may you stay healthy.